And all of it, I kid you not, you guys, all of a sudden, one night, I just heard this by the foot of my bed. I heard this, like this really creepy, really scary, like, it wasn't like it was trying to scare me. It was like something was in pain. It was like, you know, and I am scared. Like, I couldn't move. I was just like stiff, like just listening to it.
Shout out to our K&J fam, and you're rocking with Kristin and Jamil. And we're back, you guys, for a Five Guys Burgers and Fries mukbang.
Woo!
Oh, it looks so
Look at that.
good.
I know this is like the third time we've done Five Guys, but guys, we love it. We love it, so we had to do it again.
We're going to keep counting those numbers up because I want to keep eating it because it's so good.
Exactly. No, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You mind if we do a thumbnail really quick? I just feel like doing a thumbnail.
You want to do it before we forget?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'm going to hold it up this time.
Okay. I was going to so nervous when you do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we're good.
Are you sure?
We're good.
I was like getting cute at the end, and
I know, right? You're
didn't
just
wanna
getting
stop.
started.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, you guys, we got cheeseburger.
Yep.
Jamil has a double bacon cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, this one's mine.
Yeah, double bacon cheeseburger, regular cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
You got a cheese bacon hot dog.
Ooh.
And I got a cheese dog without bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's like the same, except you have bacon and I don't.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then our fries and stuff like that,
fries,
of course.
Just regular fries. I love that they give you so many fries.
It's crazy.
That's the best.
I feel like they're losing money on it, but I'm not mad. I ain't mad.
Whatever ketchup.
You talking about the queso sauce?
No, that's your sauce. I wasn't
just
that
got queso
excited about
sauce.
it.
Kristen's a little concerned. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's been on our refrigerator for a few days, and the power's been on, of course, you know.
The power's been out.
And
So it's in the fridge.
Open.
Not cold. Open.
Had a lid, though.
Yes, but opened, pre-opened, not
fine.
cold.
I'll survive.
For days. and he's eating it, so.
Well, I think they keep this pretty processed, so it'll survive. There's plenty of salt in there. That's just my guess.
Does that keep it processed?
Yeah, it preserves it.
We got some ranches from different places. I was like, oh, do we have ranch? Because we have it in the fridge, but I think it's spoiled.
Kristen doesn't want to take the risk.
No, I don't.
I don't blame you.
Thank you.
Ranch for sure. I agree with you.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, the ranch.
I wouldn't do that.
But not cheese.
Not cheese, huh? No. I tasted it. It tastes fine. So.
No, that's good. I'm sure you're fine. But anyways, we got Pizza Hut ranch, Chick-fil-A ranch, Domino's ranch.
Exactly.
All the ranches.
So we're digging in. I'm starving.
Let's do it. I don't know which one I want on the ranches.
We'll bring them all out. Okay. Test them all out.
Bring them up. I will. I'm excited. I'm starving.
Right. So.
Oh, yes.
As you guys already know.
Have a bite.
We're going to take a bite first. But, oh, this looks good.
Oh, my God.
Wait, before I talk, oh, look at that. You know what that looks like? Burger King. Looks like a Burger King burger. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Only better.
Oh, yeah. 100%. You know what? It kind of tastes like a Burger King. Am I tripping?
It does. It tastes like a good Burger King burger. I mean,
right?
Burger King's good, but, you know, they're not as good as they used to be.
Are these char-broiled?
Probably. Well, there's a grill, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know the difference.
Somebody tell us if Five Guys is charbroiled, because...
Well, what's the difference between charbroiled and grilled?
Well, I was just going to say, what is charbroiled? So thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, we didn't dress up for Halloween because of all of the craziness with the power and stuff like that. We just weren't able to do it and, you know, get to it fast enough. We should have did it earlier in the month, but we weren't prepared. So, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Even if we were prepared, we would have had everything ready. It still just didn't feel like in the mood because...
It didn't feel like it.
With the fires, and we just got our power back like the day before Halloween.
Exactly.
It just feels off, you know?
Yeah. It's a little, you know, people are still out. People aren't home. Our parking lot's empty, so...
Well, it is.
People are out of town, obviously, because of all this craziness.
A lot of people still don't have power.
A lot of people.
So, anyway. But I don't want to bring the mood down. I'm just...
No, that's fine.
Saying it's not... I don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of lose the festiveness.
Exactly.
When something really crazy happens.
That's true.
Yeah, in your life, in your county. But that's cool.
But with that said, we wanted to talk a little bit about real ghost stories. Our experiences. If they're real, are ghosts real? Are they not? I don't know about you guys. I believe in ghosts. I think they're real. You believe in them?
I totally believe in ghosts. Spirits,
yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah, I definitely think they're real. I've personally never encountered one that I've seen.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I've felt a spiritual presence before. And I think just hearing people's stories who I trust and who don't lie, I think that there's definitely something. And I think there's so much more to our world that we don't know.
Agreed.
You know, that you have to have a belief or faith or whatever you want to call it.
True that.
I think that this, you know, if you believe in spirits, the spirit world is one of those things, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And something that you kind of briefly mentioned, which is actually, I don't know if you were going this direction or not, but there's so many accounts of ghost stories. I'm not saying everyone is real, but it's like UFO stuff, right? There's got to be some truth in there somewhere. So, you know, so it just makes sense that there's got to be something. I've actually had a ghost experience.
You have. And you don't lie.
I'm not lying about. I don't lie about this stuff.
But
I wish I'd seen more. I was like, I remember. I mean, not in the moment.
You do
I
not.
was scared, but
totally.
But now.
But the thing about ghost stories, which I want you to tell your story. Or spirit stories, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think the people who don't believe in it, they'll just say you imagined it. You thought it happened. It didn't really happen. And that's a good point in terms of like perception is reality.
Very true.
Anyways, so we could get deep, but like if you believe it happened, right?
That's right. Well, yeah. Also, there's hallucinations, right? There's hallucinations. Did you hallucinate it? Were you on something? But then the question is, well, isn't a hallucination real in certain ways? Like, if that person experienced it. I mean, I get that maybe it might not be a real thing in the sense that, you know, there's something in front of you talking to you while you're having this hallucination, but in the sense that the experience is real, you're talking to that thing, whether it's yourself or something, you know, something else, there's something. Potentially. So that's the argument on hallucinations. Some people actually will say that, right? Where hallucinations, in a sense, are real. You know?
I swear. Anyway, we're getting a little deep.
Anyways, let me tell you my story.
Yeah.
Not that much of a story, but it's kind of crazy. So, I sort of quickly break down, like, when I was younger, I was, like, really scared of, like, nighttime.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah. You do that, right? I think I told you that before.
No, not really.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you were scared of the dark?
Oh, for sure. I mean, no, I was never scared of the dark.
Oh.
I was always afraid of what was in the dark. And there is a difference.
Okay.
Because I like being in the dark, but I would get anxiety thinking, but is there something, you know, not underneath the cover, but is there something that's going to just pop out of nowhere and grab me or...
Yeah. And you thought about that a lot.
I thought about that a lot. That looks good, by the way. Ooh. So anyways, so I had a lot of...
Oh, wait.
I know, right?
So, like, this cheese.
Oh, can you have me sriracha, by the way? Let me get one. Take your time, though. Take your time.
Sure.
So I had a lot of anxiety around that, right? So would always think, what if, and stuff, right? Which, by the way, I feel like that played a part in my story. So anyways... One night, right? This was in Alaska. I, you know, because I lived there when I was younger. Me and I had two older brothers. One of my brothers, we stayed in the same room together, and we were in. You know, he had. With the way we did it was really weird. Like, he had a full bed, I had a full bed, and we put them together. I don't know why we did that. Yeah, I have no idea why we did that. Well,
you did? It was weird.
Very. I don't know why we did that.
Did your parents made your room like that, you think?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. It wasn't like that. forever. It was only like that for like a few months.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. But anyways, so one night, my brother was asleep. He's out. I wake up in the middle of the night, which I did from time to time. Normally, what I do.
How old are you?
I was like, I had to be like 7, maybe 8. I was probably around 7.
Okay.
I used to wake up in the middle of the night, turn the TV on, and I'd have it on for a little bit, watch TV, watch cartoons, and then try to, get it out of my mind, because obviously cartoons, like, help for some reason. And then I would go to sleep, but this time, woke up, watched cartoons, things were fine, turn off the TV, start to go to sleep, and all of it, I kid you not, you guys, all of a sudden, one night, I just heard this by the foot of my bed. I heard this, like this really creepy, really scary, like, it wasn't like it was trying to scare me. It was like something was in pain. It was like, and I am scared. Like, I couldn't move. I was just like stiff, like just listening to it. And I obviously had to cover over my head. And the thing is, my door was shut. I had my other brother's in the other room. So, and he's not a joker like that. The brother that's a joker who jokes a lot was sitting right next to me. And I'm listening to him breathe. I'm like, listening to him because it was dark. I couldn't see.
Well, you heard him breathing next to you.
I heard him breathing right next to me. And I could hear this noise. So, and then of course, my dad was upstairs and my mom's asleep. They're not coming down to mess with me like that. So I'm like hearing this crazy noise. And then maybe after, and it was loud. It wasn't like it was like silent, like quiet. I could hear it laying on my bed. This thing was at the foot of my bed. Laying down. I was like the bottom. I could tell it was coming from the bottom. Anyways.
And did the covers over your face?
I had the covers over my face, not moving. It's funny, because I always thought to myself, like, if something popped out, I'd scream or yell or something. There was none of that. It was just like, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is real.
What if, like, you would have felt a grab?
Oh.
What if, like...
Then I would have been back. Then it would have been me again. So luckily that didn't happen.
You would have screamed?
Oh, of course. I would have really screamed. So.
That's not funny. It's scary.
So anyways,
funny.
the noise went on for maybe, it didn't last terribly long. Maybe 20 seconds. 25. I actually remember it really well. Like, because I've thought about it a lot over the years. And, anyways, faded away. And, it was gone. Funny enough, I never actually talked to anyone in my family about it. But I should one day. I'm going to talk to them about it. I don't know why. But I just know that was creepy. Now, there was something, I'm sorry to keep talking, but...
No worries. You never told your brother about it?
No, I never told him about it. But one thing that was interesting is looking back, like I've mentioned before, like I had sleep paralysis before. And during that time, actually, I had sleep paralysis. But here's the thing. I've had sleep paralysis forever, and I still even have it today. When you get sleep paralysis, I've heard things, but it's different. It's a different sound. Because some people might say like, well, maybe you were dreaming, you were asleep. This was different.
You weren't in a dream state.
I wasn't in a dream state. I've had sleep paralysis before. Many, many times. I've had it, I don't know, 100 times, maybe plus even. And I can tell you that it was very... It was just different. It felt different. So this was literally something like real. Plus, as soon as it stopped, I started moving. And there was, usually when you have sleep paralysis, you're stiff, and then there's you move, and then you can, you
can't move normally.
Can't move normally. And then when you do move, it's kind of like you're forcing yourself. Didn't have that at all. It was as soon as that thing was gone, I turned over again. I don't remember if I looked up or not, but I just remember like just turning over and just going to sleep. So...
You were young. It's different.
Let's go.
Do you think if it was now, would you have looked?
Probably. I don't know. I mean,
You want to think you
honest,
would?
I do want to think I would. I might have. Because, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but kind of my thought of ghosts has changed a lot. I still believe in them, but I probably would have left. Well,
yeah.
I think I would have.
I would like to think I would. But I just, and it's weird because I don't believe that. Because I believe in spirits. I don't believe spirits are here to hurt you. I don't think they can hurt you, like in horror movies and things like that. I don't think that. But I think what I worry about is if I look, is it going to be scary? If that makes sense. Like, maybe I'm not worried it's going to hurt me, but I'm worried that the look of it as a spirit might be scary enough to where I would, like, freak the heck out,
For sure.
You just don't know what you're going to see. But...
Well, because hearing something and seeing something, way different. You can almost forget hearing stuff, but once you see it, good luck getting that out.
I mean,
good luck on seeing it.
Yeah. I was going to say, because, like, although I haven't had per se, a seeing a vision spiritually, I think I get, like, psychic senses or abilities. And I hope our KJ fam doesn't think we're crazy.
Yes, you guys, Kristin is a psychic.
I know. No, I'm not.
She was trained under Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
Call me now. Call me now. Free. Remember her?
So basically the scam of the century. No.
I don't know if you guys remember Miss Cleo, but if you do, write it down below because she was hilarious.
And I think for those of you who believe in psychics, or those of you who think maybe you have a little bit of it, like, they understand. I know people know if you have it. Like, you feel like things are going to happen before they happen. Sometimes people dream about things happening and then they happen afterwards.
It's real.
I think about things happening before they happen. Not all the time, but I definitely think I do. Do you?
What?
Do you feel like things are going to happen before they happen?
I mean, I've had intuitions.
But not that much.
No.
Okay, yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't enough,
Yeah. I mean, there was a one time for the UFC fight.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which was,
Yeah.
I just feel like it was like a pointless one, too.
I don't think it was pointless. It was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Pointless in the sense where I'm like...
I would say it's like a psychic ability, kind of. Okay, talk about it. It was weird. He was tripped out for a long time after. Yeah.
It just would have been nice if the psychic reading gave me, like, the lottery numbers. That would have been way nicer.
Which, I just still don't get why that can't happen.
Well, depending on who you talk to, it might be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what happened here was we were just in LA chilling, watching a UFC fight. Kristin was getting ready because we were going to go meet up with some friends. And, I watch at this time, I was watching like a lot of UFC fights. And this one fight, it was a new fight. It was live. The thing was live. But while it was happening, I all of a sudden got this like weird sight almost. It was like, it wasn't anything like that was different, but it was like almost like it was a knowing.
It was deja vu.
It was a knowing. It was deja vu, but in a sense of a deja vu when it hits doesn't quite give me a knowing. It's just like, oh, I've been here before. This was a knowing, like, I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, all of a sudden, I was like, wait, this guy's about to lose. And then when I thought about two things. I thought about this guy's about to lose and there's about to be a lot of blood. But I didn't get the second thought of the blood out because the thought of, why do I know that this fight's about to be over any second now? Which is weird because the reason why it was weird to me was because I started thinking, like, maybe this is an old fight replaying somehow.
You did think that.
Yes.
But it was live.
Then, because I just remember thinking a lot of blood's going to happen and the fight's going to be stopped. That was the two thoughts that I had. Literally, as soon as I started kind of thinking about it, the guy gets hit. And, I mean, usually a lot of blood comes out anyways. But it was, people get cut and stuff. Yeah. This was a unbelievable amount. And then, in addition to that, the fight was stopped right after. Because sometimes the fight doesn't get stopped. Yeah. So, but it wasn't it wasn't an intuition thing where I'm like, oh, maybe this will happen. It was literally like I had experienced it already. Yeah. Which was, I'd never had anything like that before or after. Right.
Yeah. Like, you knew, you're like, wait. I think you were like, wait, is this old? Yeah. I remember you, like, saying that. You're like, wait, have I seen this before? Yep. Like, yeah. Like, he's going to lose.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I was like, he's about to lose.
He's about to lose. And I'm like, what? I'm like, not catching up. I think you might even mention the blood before it happened. I feel like you did.
I don't remember if I did or didn't.
And then lo and behold, ton of blood. Mm-hmm. Guy lost, and like you like knew.
It was tripped.
That was
tripped out.
He was tripped out.
I was like, I don't get it.
That was crazy.
So, I don't know if you believe it or not, but
yeah,
that's my experience that I had, which to me was really crazy.
Totally.
But back on like with ghosts and stuff. See, I think what it is, I don't know.
You have a theory on
but
what
I've read some books.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it's fun to kind of like look into it just to kind of see what it is and learn about it. I mean, I don't think anyone really knows. I don't think. But see, I have a theory that I think like the energy essentially like just doesn't, like, you know, when we pass on, like the energy kind of stays still a little bit. You know what I mean? So like somebody who... I
just feel like everybody, you have your own belief.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. I just feel like
this is in the sake for a belated Halloween conversation.
Yes. It's a Halloween conversation, but it can get spiritual or like, you know, religious or spiritual. So whatever you believe in, we support that. Whatever that is, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
And you might not agree with us, and that's totally fine too. Not everybody needs to agree, and that I feel like that's totally fine and okay.
Exactly.
And that makes us who we are.
100%.
So, just gotta throw that out there. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, you can get into different things, religion and, you know, spirituality, things like that. I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to get into that or anything. It's just, I'm just guessing theories and stuff like that.
For those who do believe spirits.
For those who do believe.
This is what you think it is.
So, I feel like when we pass on, our energy kind of, well, two things maybe, right? One, either guesses that our energy might stay around, especially like in like violent, you know, deaths when people die violently and stuff like that. I feel like that energy, there's so much energy still there that, you know, when you go to like haunted houses and stuff like that, like real haunted houses, there's still people that are like, oh, I saw something or something happened because the energy of that person is still there. So that's one part of it. The other part, and it's just, you know, my opinion, I almost feel like when we die, I don't know, you guys. I'm just saying this.
Obviously, you don't know.
Yeah, that maybe we don't like. Maybe all we do is lose our body, you know, and maybe literally like the energy still continues on, because, you know, just thinking about like the fact that really, you know, our reality. What is reality, right? If I'm thinking about like, okay, I'm looking at Kristin right now. Sorry to get deep for a second, but I want to justify my point. If I'm looking at Kristin right now, I can say like, oh yeah, I see Kristin, but really that's not what's happening. As a summed up version, what's really happening is it's my perception of you. It's not actually you. Like, I can see colors, I can see these things, but it's not really you. It's what my eyes are perceiving as that.
It's the whole perception reality thing I was kind of talking about earlier.
Exactly, earlier on. So, in my opinion, you know, this idea of our world being physical and real might not be anything more than maybe some sort of simulation or something like that we're kind of in, a perception simulation.
I'm just like, I feel like this is hectic.
No, this is good. This is good. This is good. I think people like this.
I hope so.
So, anyways, wrapping it back.
Okay.
I think we're in a shell, but we have consciousness, which is the soul, and when we pass on, that soul remains, and because your perception is this person, maybe your body might fall, but you still survive. And the reason why I'm saying this, the reason why I wanted to add this as a part 2 is because I believe that if that is the case, right? And let's say you're just walking on the street, you get hit by a car and you die, right? But your physical body is still, or your spiritual body is still there, but your regular body's gone. You're going to be in disbelief that you're dead because you're like, wait a second, I can see myself. I'm here. So how could that be me? So then you might continue in on this perceptional world thing.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So anyways.
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of deep. But I think what you're saying is like sometimes like if you're a physical body, if you're ready to pass on and pass away, you're kind of mentally prepping that, right?
Exactly.
You kind of maybe come to an acceptance, you know what's happening, whether maybe you're sick or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or getting just older versus maybe something sudden where it's unexpected. It's just happens in a flash. So maybe because your conscience, your mind didn't have time to prep. Yeah, it's very possible that it's
possibly
like, wait, I'm still here. What are you talking about? Yeah,
maybe
you might, but your physical body might not be. Well, I mean,
I just find that interesting. I mean,
it is interesting.
I don't know who really knows, but I want to add a couple more things.
Sure, and I just want to say, and I feel like apologizing profusely. I don't know why. These are just our opinions. Do you think I'm tripping?
Yes, I do think you're tripping.
Okay, I just don't want to offend anybody.
No, you're not offending anyone, okay? People like this stuff, okay? Now, this crazy part, too. All right. Okay. So,
I'll stop.
Once again, not trying to throw any religion or anything out there. Like, we all have our own beliefs, you know? But Buddhist monks, a lot of them, well, some, depending on the sect, of course. But there are a lot of monks that when one of the monks is passing on, I can't remember what the words they say in their language, but they pretty much tell the person as they're dying, they chant a chant that's pretty much saying, do not go to the clear light of the void. Do not go to the clear light of the void. Do not go to the clear light of the void. And the reason that they say that, have I told you about this?
No, I think you have, but I forget. Okay,
well, the reason why they say that, apparently, there's probably many reasons, but one of the reasons I've heard is because when you pass on, once again, if you do continue in your spirit body like this, it's disorienting. You know what I mean? You're there in pain, and all of a sudden you're not in pain. You're here. And to hear someone chanting, do not go to the clear light of the void. Well, let's say there is a clear light that comes down that everyone talks about, the light coming down. They're saying, do not go to that clear light. Go somewhere else. So they're like telling them, do not go to the clear light.
What does that do?
Well, that's another added part, right? Because the clear light, and sum it up, I'm going to make this quick. Once again, not forcing anything on it, just throwing opinions out there. The clear light, in some beliefs, they believe that when you go into the light, you are put back into this reincarnation cycle, where you go into the light, you meet with family member that have passed on, friends and things like that, that welcome you, and it's it's them, from what people believe, and but anyways, it puts you in a wheel where you actually will come back again. You can reincarnate again back into this physical world. But for high Buddhist, monks and stuff, like the highest of high thing that you can do is not come back here, but actually continue on in this spiritual world where you can grow in the spiritual world and go to different dimensions and different things.
So that's their goal.
That's their goal.
They don't necessarily want to be reincarnated.
And not all Buddhist monks. I don't think all of them do, but the specific ones that do this, which is, I think, is a lot of them.
Okay, because I thought like Buddhist monks, some of them believe in reincarnation. I thought that's what they believe.
No, they do. Well, I think they all believe in it, but they're saying it's not, don't come back.
Yeah, God.
A lot of them are like,
they believe in it, but not all of them want it. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah. I don't think any of them want it. I don't think any Buddhist monk wants you to come back. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't know, though. Actually, I can't say for sure.
Yeah, maybe they do.
But, because they believe that it's suffering here, and we're in a lower level of consciousness and stuff like that. So,
That's so interesting.
We can go crazy, guys.
It's fascinating.
If you're interested in this, actually, I'm going to stop talking about it. But if you're interested, let me know in the comments actually below, and I'll go a little bit deeper, because I read a lot of stuff. I'm always listening to stuff, so I always have like crazy out there things, and really in actuality I can't say that, it's this makes sense. I think it's I just like listening to it.
Totally.
It's really cool to hear it.
Yeah, and I want to say too, in general, like, I think we are getting, and that's again deep, but I think we're getting to, like, at least in the United States, it just feels like we're in this place of, like, if somebody thinks differently or believes something differently, that the other person's wrong and you're right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of tension. And I like to come to the understanding of, hey, whatever you believe in is what you believe in, you know? In my opinion, as long as you have a good heart, you have good intentions.
That's right.
You are a good person and you're kind and you have that positive energy.
Yep.
Which I believe all religions focus on that, you know, or most of them that I can think of focus on positivity and good and all that stuff, right? So I think as long as you have that, whatever you believe in, I think that's fine. I don't have any judgments on that. And I don't think we need to all think the same.
Yeah.
Or believe the same.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what...
And I think we can all still... Sorry.
No, I've been talking...
No, I get it. I just... Cause I really think that we can all be really good friends.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Believing different things.
That's right.
You just have to respect other people's viewpoints, and you have to obviously, feel strong in yours, ideally, because you want to feel like, I know who I am, I know what I believe, and that's totally fine. But I think we learn a lot from others.
Yep.
Just listening and hearing their experiences and seeing if that makes them happy and if it works for them. And not too, there's more than one thing that'll work for people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe walking. No, that's a bad example.
Are
maybe.
you saying walking doesn't work for some people?
Maybe like swimming is like super therapeutic for me, and it works, and I feel so good doing it, and I love it, right? And maybe you're miserable in the water. Maybe you hate the water, and it scares you, and you hate it. But maybe Zumba, maybe dancing is like your therapy, you're just like, I love dancing, makes me into like
some Zumba.
best person ever.
I do love me some Zumba.
You know what I mean? So so swimming works for me, but it doesn't work for you. I feel like that's okay. So obviously it's a kind of a smaller example, but we don't all have to think the same, and I think we can all totally respect each other and love each other. Yeah. So I'm going deep on that level, but it's true. That's what we believe in.
I disagree.
And if you don't like it,
listen to my belief, what I'm saying, okay? Listen to anyone else. No,
well, I do
that's
think
a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah, I do think, in my opinion, I think that is a major problem when...
Sure, if someone's forcing something on somebody else.
Yeah.
Forcing opinions on somebody else.
And I do think our country started, a lot of countries, they started like that.
Yeah.
They have that.
Well, that's life in general, right? Forced beliefs.
Forced beliefs,
It's always been something. But,
so I feel privileged and fortunate that we're learning. We can learn so many different. I mean, come on, you practiced 2 organized religions in your life.
Yep.
So there you go. You know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
fine. You've had 2 organized religions in your life. A lot of people have. I don't think I have practiced any.
But you grew up Catholic.
See, that's the thing. Right. I didn't grow up. I was baptized Catholic.
But you didn't actually
I didn't practice it, but I was baptized, so technically that. But then I also have another heritage. It's just like all crazy. It's not crazy, but it's just like it's... What was I saying? I had a point.
Look.
Oh, yeah. Point is, you've had 2 organized religions. That's what you're saying, and who's to say one was right, one was wrong, both are wrong, both are right. Well, I don't freaking know,
That's why I say at the end of the day, as much as we do have faith in things, I mean, no one really knows 100%. And I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. I think what's good is if you have a certain belief, go with it as much as you possibly can, as long as it's not hurting anyone or anything like that, take the belief and run with it, I think that's what makes our world great. As long as it works
for you and it makes you happy and you're not doing bad to other people.
Yeah, because I think really, like, when you obviously believing in one God versus another God.
This is so deep.
Well, yeah, but no, I'm not going crazy.
Okay, go.
No, you don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know, go. Okay.
I'm going to say, no one really knows, until we pass on what to really expect. Sure. But at the end of the day, what really actually matters out of all of the teachings of these things is to actually be a good person, because really that's what people want, right?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter, 100% if you have a completely different belief than another person. It's just that how do you guys work together, Yeah. And that's our thing. So anyways, we don't need to go.
No, we're just saying. No, and that's a good point.
Look, I want to talk about ghost stories and crazy stuff. You're getting all
well, it kind of relates, and it does, because it has to do with the belief.
Yes, it has to do with the belief.
It just has to do with the belief, and it can kind of go into a religion thing.
Yes.
But it's belief.
Yes.
Belief at the end of the day. Yeah, you're right. Let's
great.
Go back to ghosts.
Okay. We're done. You guys get it. You know how we feel. Obviously.
I think it's okay to say. And if they don't agree, that's totally fine. And they don't have to agree with us.
Listen, I think people know that if they don't agree, that's it.
I know. I just,
It's good. Anyways. Ghosts are crazy. We've experienced them, at least from what we feel like.
You have. Yeah. And I've had friends that have totally had like spiritual situations. One friend I know was with somebody who got grabbed.
Oh, that's crazy.
But like nobody was there grabbing her twice.
Yeah.
Like back to back. She got grabbed on her leg. And they were in a haunted ship hotel situation.
Yeah.
So, I believe that because that person doesn't lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least that I know.
That's scary.
And I saw a picture. My friend took a picture.
Yeah.
She also doesn't. She's not a liar, but it wasn't. Her picture wasn't photoshopped. It wasn't done anything. It was like I saw it on her cell phone.
Yep.
And there was a picture in like this haunted graveyard. Mm-hmm. She would think like most graveyards would probably be considered haunted.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sure there's a ton of spirits there.
I got something I want to add to that, but yeah, keep going.
Anyways, in the picture that I saw, which I didn't want her to send it to me on my phone because I was a little, I'm like, I don't want this on my phone. Because it kind of freaked me out. But anyways, there was like a little girl ghost standing on top of this black metal fence in the graveyard, and she had no arms. But she was just standing, and she had super long hair, and it was her back, and she was like wearing a dress.
Oh, that's scary.
And she was like kind of see-through. Yeah, that was 100%. Like
scary.
Super weird.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Well,
I saw that.
Can I add something to that story?
No.
About this is really interesting because I'm not saying I believe this, but this was an interesting thing that somebody believes, and I heard this story before where somebody was saying that once again, people passing on and stuff like that still maybe some people dying tragically or some people that are in denial, right? Because once again, some of the beliefs are that your emotions are still intact, your thoughts are still intact, your core is still attached, right? So what this person was saying is that maybe what happens is that when people pass on and stuff like that, they're not ready to go, right? Maybe they're just like, no, I don't want to die. So literally their body is being put into the ground. Well, what happens? Someone wants to get into their body. So they're trying to actually possibly get into their body.
Oh, in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or maybe they don't want to leave because they're like, my body's here. I don't want to go anywhere.
I don't want to leave it.
I don't want to leave it. Exactly. Maybe they feel attached to it. I don't know. This is what I heard, which was kind of an interesting perspective.
That's kind of cool.
Because I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then maybe they're seeing other people there too, other spirits, and they're chilling.
Yeah, maybe they're cool. They're talking.
What's up, Rick?
Yeah.
Rick,
exactly.
You're here again? Chilling.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
No, that's cool. I didn't hear that.
Thought.
I didn't hear that theory.
Yeah, just that's just trying to throw out ghost theories.
Do you guys believe in spirits?
Yep.
Or ghosts, whatever you want to call them? Do you guys have any experiences, like personal?
Would love to hear it.
Seeing spirits or whatnot. I'd love to hear those stories too. I think that's super cool.
Exactly. So,
Okay. Well,
all right, you guys.
I hope you found us entertaining.
I know. Please let us know because, to be honest, we weren't sure if we wanted to talk about this or not ahead of time. So we would love, with ghosts and stuff like that, because we don't know how people feel, but we would love to hear what you think. Like, let us know if you do believe in ghosts or you don't. Let us know what you thought about this video, too, if you enjoyed it or want us to talk more about it, because I'm sure we can figure something out.
I just want to encompass all...
Yes, we know what you want.
I know. I just want to...
You want to sit and sing, heal the world.
Make it a better place. Okay. I know. I just want all of us to love each other, get along, and I think that we can think differently, and I think that's totally fine.
100%.
I just want to hold everybody and give them big hugs.
Exactly, and that's good.
Okay.
I think that's a good thing.
But it is good, because if we're like, this is the right way, and anybody else who doesn't think how we feel is stupid, like, we're not saying that.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. 100%, definitely not.
Okay. So we love you guys.
Love you guys very much. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will be back again with another mukbang probably tomorrow. Maybe the next day.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyways.
Okay, guys.
Do not forget to, once again, like, comment, subscribe, share. Or if you want to get crazy, share, like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know.
That was so wild.
That was creative, right?
It was.
I made it up on the spot. So, anyways, you guys, we will check in with you next time.
Yep.
Do you have anything last words you want to say?
We love you. Thanks for watching the KJ Fam.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Peace.